Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Ember with me, BringItDon. And we're gonna go loot these skeletons real quick. And take out these spiders.
We are
I'm gonna do that. Let's use the wild swings. Alright, so pretty well. Alright, easy peasy.
Anyone have any healing potions?
So that's better, but we're not high enough level for it yet. You need to be level 5. So be it. Guess we'll hold on to it for now. And let's see. There's some crafting materials. For the most part, that's just used to make staves and bows, I think. But since it makes 2 of them, I think that's why you get so much of it early on. I could be mistaken. I don't remember how the crafting works in this game. Sulfuric ash and some mutton. It's always welcome. Some bones on the ground here. That's interesting. I don't see anything back here though. Some elven hunters. Let's loot their stuff and then we'll
Why would anyone dress like that?
leave me to my target practice. And they all have their own masks. That's what elves do in this game. This was a big one. So I think they have some sort of skin thing going on. We read it in the other book, like they're starting to turn gray or something, and they're ashamed of it, so they wear masks.
Where did you come from?
Hello, traveler. What brings you to Darkwood today? I'm curious what you do here. There's little foot traffic around these parts, which means the local wildlife is plentiful and free for the taking. We're simply harvesting nature's bounty, just as the dwarves harvest their mines for Ember.
What are
Okay.
you supposed to be?
I've come to find a passage to Radiance. Ah, Radiance. I've heard the tales, but I have no interest in the city myself. Perhaps the ruins of the village will contain something of use to you. I'll investigate. Thank you for your help. Be safe, and try not to scare all the deer away. What help did he give me that I thanked him for his help, but all he said was, maybe there's something in there for you. Alright, so that's where we need to go, to that house. We're gonna avoid it for now. Just do some exploring. And some fishing. Yay, raw fish. Usually you'll find everything you need to find if you just follow the roads. I tend not to do that, but you can. I'm gonna rest. I see some enemies up ahead. Get my XP boost back. 2%.
Something approaches. I didn't know I could do that.
Oh, I berserked the wrong guy. I meant to berserk my character. Whoopsies. It's fine. It all worked out for the best anyway.
We're still alive.
All the wolves are dead. And a brilliant ruby, as well as some fish. Alright, see some NPCs up ahead. a brigand, and One-Eyed Sam. Alright, let's rest. For today is the day that One-Eyed Sam meets his end. Alright, One-Eyed Sam.
I know you.
Hello, friendly travelers. A good day to you. Well met. Who are you? I'm One-Eyed Sam, and these are my friends. We demand a toll for using these roads. Why are you called One-Eyed? You seem to have two perfectly functioning orbs. You, sir, are incorrect. You see, one of these eyes is a very convincing prosthetic. That's right. Is it Micus or Micaeus? Micaeus. Micaeus the Mystic, may he rest in peace, forged this beautiful orb with the power of a green ember and a marble. Micaeus was a man of his word. He kept yelling, "I'm sorry I burned your eye out. I'll make you a new one," over and over as he ran from where we did battle. We took him up on his kind offer before killing him. Well, thank you for explaining in such detail. You sure are polite for a group of brigands. Oh no, we're not friendly at all, but I like to at least be polite before we rob and possibly kill you. Okay, well, polite brigands, now I've seen everything. Polite or not, this force will be better off without your kind. Prepare for battle. You choose to pay the toll in blood, so be it, and we cannot beat them.
End of the line for you.
No, we're leaving. We're leaving right now. 100% not interested in dealing with those guys.
Are there any more?
Well, One-Eyed Sam, be glad that today's your lucky day, and that I'm in a merciful mood. A very brave tactical retreat. Let's circle around this way.
At your service, Lightbringer.
Alright, finally, we've made it to what used to be the village of Darkwood. Excellent. Lightbringer, here is a key. Would you drag those bales aside and open the door? Beyond it is our secret passageway to Radiance. What can you tell me of Darkwood? Darkwood was a mining settlement that was centuries ago. It has long fallen into ruin. The miners stumbled upon Radiance during one of their digs. Before long, people flooded in to rebuild the temple and learn its secrets. There's a history book about Darkwood inside the cabin. It is an excellent book. I give it 2 flagons raised. Alright, let's move the hay bales out of the way.
The blind faith you showed in this young idiot is absurd. Even for you. There are no answers in Radiance. Only platitudes and half-truths. Do your instincts not tell you this?
So here's our darker half, the Darkbringer. I don't really like this response because it makes it sound like I've run across him before. But this is the first time we've met him, so I'm gonna say the first one. Who are you? Do you know me? Your memories have yet to return. They're not lost, Lightbringer. Buried, but not forever. When they begin to re-emerge, I think I'll find you again. For now, please meet my little pets. Be light-hearted around them. They do not respond well to fear. Well, wait, explain yourself. Alright, some Darklings. Remember this fight being difficult last time I did it, but we'll see. Yeah, it's nowhere near as difficult as it was last time.
I never thought monkhood would be this bloody.
Yeah, I remember struggling with that last time, so yay. Alright, The Origins of Darkwood by Voxy Populus. Ew, it's a gross sounding name. Ooh, and 10 pages. Alright, let's get started. Darkwood, with its ominous name, has borne a reputation as a haunted village. Stories have sprouted involving anything from a magical fire that has trapped souls there, to a mystical demon who patrols the borders. These rumors, which may very well have been encouraged by the monks of Radiance, are far from the truth. Darkwood is old, yes, but it is merely the remains of an old settlement, carrying none of the haunted rumors which swirl about it. To uncover the truth behind this lost town, I traveled to Radiance, where Surma, the head monk, agreed to meet with me and answer some questions about the abandoned town of Darkwood and its part in the origins of Radiance. The following is the transcript. So this is Voxy and this is Surma. Thank you for meeting with me, Surma. You're quite welcome. Thank you for coming to me in a respectful manner. Too often people simply explore Darkwood on their own, a very dangerous proposition these days as the ruins become more unstable. Tell me about the founding of Darkwood. Darkwood was first settled in 1001 4A by a small group of tree cutters drawn to the rich forest and its varied types of wood. The settlement thrived for many years, growing into something much larger and more diverse than before. As it expanded, the settlers stumbled upon ancient artifacts, which they eventually learned belonged to the Lightbringers. So these early Darkwood settlers discovered the remnants of the Lightbringers. What did they find, and how did that facilitate the birth of Radiance? That is a complicated question, not all of which I can answer. During the War of the Flames, there was a lull in the battle, sometime during the 3rd year, when both sides, utterly exhausted, retreated to deal with their wounded and prepare for a final siege of the City of Light. The city had been under attack for many months, during which the Lightbringers had barely been able to repel the invaders. The remnants of the Lightbringer Council met. They took stock of their numbers and realized they could not hold the city against a renewed attack. They decided to divide into several different groups, spreading their civilization throughout Domus, allowing for a continued survival and time to grow their numbers once more. Radiance was one of the sites chosen by the Lightbringers. It had been a distant outpost for the Empire during its height. Here, a group of Lightbringers hid from the world, recording all the collective knowledge for future races to consider, should their plans fail. And of course they did. Yes, the Darkbringers betrayed them, hoping to selfishly ensure their own future. And we just met a Darkbringer. They gave away the locations of all the Lightbringer hideouts. Thus came the end of the Lightbringer race, and the grand final stand at what became the Bog of Souls. Knowing they had been discovered, they chose to come out from hiding and face their doom head-on. Meanwhile, a few people prepared for their demise and made sure Radiance was sealed and buried. I guess they hoped one day someone would learn what they had done and what they believed, and carry on their work to better Domus and take care of the Embers. How did the Darkwood settlers discover Radiance? By accident, really. A simple excavation project for a new town hall. They stumbled on the edges of it. Over the next 20 years, they dug up the rest. Eventually, they unearthed much of the writings which the Lightbringers had stored for future generations. From this was born the Lightbringer Legacy series, a true recounting of the Lightbringers' time upon Domus and the 3 races' harsh war upon them. Also reproduced was the Darkbringer treachery. We felt these to be important parts of our history, which should be shared with all. I assume there is much more within Radiance, which has not been revealed. There's a great amount of knowledge within the walls of the temple. I think one day much of it will be shared when the world is ready. When did Radiance become more than simply an excavation project? In 1545 4A, the Brotherhood of Radiance was formed, dedicated to preserving and understanding the Lightbringer legacy and collective knowledge. Since then, we have grown exponentially and expanded the compound far beyond its original designs. So Darkwood is in no way haunted. No, it is not. We may have encouraged the rumor over the years, in the hopes that people would give us the privacy we desire. Unfortunately, the rumors of the haunting drew some of the more adventurous types, and led to more than a few injuries in the Darkwood ruins. So we'd like to set it straight. Darkwood is simply the remnants of an old town. There is nothing of interest there. Well, thank you for your time. So there you have it. The town of Darkwood, even with its ominous name, is simply an old settlement which the ancestors of Radiance once lived in, before they discovered the great history and past of the Lightbringers. I'm sorry to say the world of Domus just got slightly less fantastic. I'm sure there are many more mysteries out there for adventurers to explore and uncover. Perhaps another great temple is buried somewhere out there. Alright, so we learned from that about Darkwood, which isn't super important. Oh, we just leveled up. Rumor says that this chamber lies near the Abyss. We believe the Abyss to be home of the Ember goddess. If an ember falls and is gathered, a certain energy remains within the area where it first fell. Temples are built upon those sites of energy, and Radiance in turn was built on top of one of those temples. So my people built this place. Yes, long ago. The monks of Radiance have been maintaining it ever since. Can we hurry? Our destination lies just at the other end of this corridor. Alright, let's level up. Oh, he did level up. Okay. And we also learned about the Darkbringers betraying the surviving Lightbringers. I want to rest before we continue. We residents of Radiance are given tokens to open these mystical barriers. I'll just... wait. It isn't working. This makes no sense. Well, something is coming. Blue Ember Guardian. Get over there. I'm gonna hang you back here.
The power of light.
Thank the goddess that's over.
Copper Greatsword. It's better than what I currently have equipped, so... I'll take it. Alright, we're gonna have to find another one. I'm gonna start quick saving. Green Ember Guardian. Corin, good to take care of it.
Green Ember, the power of restoration.
So they yell, you know, time to face the test of the green or blue ember. Green Ember is restoration. I believe blue ember was called life. Don't quote me on that, though.
I shall need to sharpen my blade after that tussle.
Copper Greatsword of Debilitation. Adds debilitating strike. Bash your target's head, dealing low damage and sapping energy. Well, I mean, it gives me something to do with my energy. We're out of experience boost. I'm gonna go ahead and rest. Get what XP boost I can. Again, you can just wait 15 minutes since the last time you rested. Rest up and get the full benefit.
Face the test of red Ember, the power of fire.
Let's get out of here.
Copper Greatsword of Sundering. Weaken your target's armor, dealing low damage and increasing the damage they receive, which I think will go well with my build. Better than the debilitating strike. White Ember Guardian.
The test of white Ember, the power of light.
Oh wow, he's taking a ton of damage. Just a ton of damage. Okay. Alright, Corn can take maybe one more hit. Alright, he can take more now.
This isn't so hard.
Oh, his thunder wore off. Alright, Corn, you need to get back. Actually, Corn, since you're pretty weak, you go take care of this. Eat it, Ember.
Do you think that will happen, Walt?
Ooh, Greatsword of the White Guardian. This Greatsword is said to have a small portion of a White Ember's power. Adds Lightning Strike, a quick strike that ignores your target's defenses and cannot be avoided. That's really good. I mean, I'm not high enough level to use it yet, but... yeah, it's really good. I'm gonna hold on to that. If I remember to. I should probably rest, even though I think the next area is the, is Radiance itself. Alright, cool, he leveled up. Thank you, Goddess, for finally here. We should talk to the head monk, Surma. This place is beautiful. Have you lived here your whole life? No. A monk from Radiance found my sister and me after our parents were killed, and she brought us here. We learned their ways. I've come to realize there is no place better in Domus than Radiance. You haven't spoke of your sister much. What is she like? Smart. Very brave or very headstrong. Both, I suppose. He'll meet her, but first we should find Surma. Now that we're safe, tell me, who was the man we encountered in Darkwood? He seemed oddly cold to me. Not in temperament, but physically cold. As to who he was, I'm as in the dark as you. Alright, let's go find Surma.
I'm deeply happy to be home. Shall we find Surma before we anger him? I don't like him when he's angry.
Alright, we are going to do a once around. This place is pretty big. We'll start down here, and then we're going to explore the whole city. It does take a while, but I think there's treasure to be found. So I think it's a good idea to explore. Silent Monk. Doesn't say anything. The Barrow and Its Mysterious Past. By Gerald Wembley. There are many burial grounds spread throughout Domus, full of both heroes of renown and commoners unknown. Most are unimportant, a simple resting place for the deceased. There are a few, however, which have long piqued the curiosity of the people of Domus. Perhaps most specifically, the ancient barrows far to the north. These hallowed grounds are widely known as one of the more dangerous places in all of Domus, consistently overrun by thieves and creatures even more mischievous. Mischievous. Oh my goodness, I can't talk. The less than savory are drawn here by the immeasurable wealth which is contained within the many tombs. So while the thieves attempt to break the enchanted locks and plunder the contents inside, we shall ask a few questions of the history of the barrows, including how they came to be and whether they are truly as magical as believed. According to official Lightbringer lore, contained within what is now the Goblin Library, the barrows were commissioned in 1589 2A as an official burial ground for the Lightbringer race. The Council of Light had long pushed for a special area, dedicated to the Lightbringers where the bodies could be preserved and honored, after their lives have ended. Unlike humans and elves, who are fans of simple burial and cremation respectively, the Lightbringers believe that the dead should be honored and be given their own halls, where their spirits may roam with the fellow deceased. Construction was a long, laborious process with many setbacks. The ground was very soft and prone to cave-ins. After 10 years, though, the barrows were completed, and the deceased, held in a mausoleum, began to be moved to the barrow. The deepest areas of the barrow are the most ancient, and also the most unstable, having not been kept up since the War of the Flames. These areas hold some of the first Lightbringers born in the First Age, known as the Fathers of the Races. Much of the rest of the barrow evolved over time, with some tombs being more elegant than others, often denoting a former council member or religious leader. When the Embers fell, nearly 1,000 years later, an ancillary chamber was created to house Ember companions once their partners passed from the earth. Considered one of the most valuable and desired chambers in the barrow, it has never been successfully plundered. The chamber is sealed with the most powerful Ember magic ever created, and only a Lightbringer may enter them. As there are no Lightbringers left, these chambers may be sealed forever. It is believed that every Lightbringer has been buried here, with the notable exception being those who perished in the great final battle at Harvest Plains, which is now the Bog of Souls. The three races, out of perverted respect, had buried all their Lightbringers killed in the War of Flames at the barrows, but the Bog moved in so quickly after the battle that they abandoned that plan. The Darkbringers, those who betrayed their people and brought about their downfall, were also left at the Bog of Souls, their treachery dooming their existence and tainting their honor. Since those final burials, the grounds have been abandoned by any official governments and been given over to thieves and bandits. Though this going is slow, they have attempted through the years to raid the individual tombs within which Lightbringers were commonly buried with belongings that were considered valuable to them. As the years have passed, breaking into some of these tombs has activated powerful enchantments, awakening creatures which are neither living nor dead, and which will fight to protect the tombs in question. Since word of this reached the Great Kingdoms, travel to the barrows, even to simply visit, has been forbidden. This once great burial ground, home to some of the greatest beings to walk this land, is now one of the greater dangers in Domus. It is a sad end to a sad chapter in this world's history. Perhaps in the future, these barrows can be cleansed, and the souls within can enjoy the hard-fought peace they so richly deserve. Now, I don't remember if this goes somewhere. I think that it does. Most of these... Oh no, it's just a chest. See? I'm glad I came down here, even though the chest was a little disappointing. So I think, do I have access to the world map? No, just fast travel. See, does it mark? I don't remember it marking all the quests that you could find on the map like that, but maybe it does. Let's see, there's a chest here. Okay. Gotta be a little more thorough, I guess. There's probably treasure back in the other house, but yeah. We'll deal with it later. A lot of brilliant rubies in the rivers or bodies of water. Alistair, Tenpenny. What are you doing here?
Have you accepted the goddess as your savior?
A Lightbringer returns to Radiance. This must be my lucky day. How does my presence bring you luck? There's a bit of an issue I could use your help with. It's a little embarrassing. What is it? There are these rabbits, see? These awful, terrible, terrifying rabbits that keep getting into my gardens and ruining all the crops. I've tried a bunch of ways to get them to go away, but nothing has worked. I think we might need a more direct approach. Well, I'd be happy to take care of the rabbits for you. Really? Oh, you truly are a savior of this world. And now my garden. Let me know when you've done it. It's across the way. Alright, let's go kill some rabbits.
Turn back. Let's have a drink instead.
They're healing. Why are they healing? Let's get him up here.
Maybe I'm brave after all.
Well, guys, we're not joking around. Alright, let's get a little healing going on here. Corn, there you go.
Maybe I should have stayed in Radiance.
Corn, please just attack this guy right here. Thank you. Oh my goodness, they're healing so much.
Run now, and we'll call it easy.
There we go, finally took him down. I give Corn another potion so we can try to kill these guys a little faster.
I boast, but I'm exhausted. That shall leave a mark.
Alright, they're done. 10 out of 10.
Anyone have any healing potions?
Ruined Hood of Party Heal. Oh, another chest over here. Copper Barboot of Cleansing. Or Barbit. I think it's pronounced Barbit, not Barboot. Whatever I said. I'm not used to seeing the E on the end of it. It's a pretty common helm or helmet in Final Fantasy games. Especially those of based in Ivalice. Final Fantasy Tactics, Tactics Advance, 12.
That mask looks very uncomfortable.
Any luck with those rabbits? Don't let them bite you. You'll be sick for a week. It is dealt with. Oh, thank you. Finally, I can get back to my true passion, gardening. Take this for your troubles. I'm actually going to rest in your bed as well, so I appreciate your hospitality as I'm making myself at home. Ooh, 5%. Alright, so I believe that's where Surma's at. No, this is Rail. This is another side quest that we had. Let's just explore up here real quick. So remember, we found the journal of whatever his face was in our tomb. Start with a J.
Let me guess. I'm not a monk.
Have you accepted the goddess as your savior?
Lightbringer, you just came from the Barrows, no? Did you happen to see the adventurer I hired? I sent him down there to do some scouting. I did find a dead adventurer in the Barrows. Was your hireling named Geron? Oh yes, that was him. Quite a shame. I wonder. Maybe you are better equipped to help me. I'm getting ahead of myself, though. Please go speak to Surma, then return to me. That's the quest I think you get to go back.
Is that a Lightbringer?
Amazing. Forgive me, I'm trying to memorize my mantra.
Welcome to the Temple of Radiance, the last sanctuary for the Embers. You're welcome here, Lightbringer. The head monk is just inside. Why did the Embers require a sanctuary? The Embers must be spared the abuse of the three races of man, dwarf, and elf. Not for their own sake, but for all of us. The head monk can tell you more. Alright, well, we'll probably meet him next episode. I'm going to continue to explore. Ooh, an opal. For the most part, yeah, these are just regular old monks. I'm going to check something real quick, so I apologize. The sound cuts out for a second. I need to see how long I've been recording. Isidore.
Peace be with you, stranger.
Greetings, Lightbringer. Welcome to Radiance. Who are you? My name is Isidore. I have been a monk of Radiance my entire life. My parents are monks, as were my grandparents. It's the only life I know. What do you do here? I attend to the goddess's shrine just outside. I keep it clean, mend any cracks in the stonework, and ensure the altar is kept free of leaves. It's a very important job, though rather boring. I didn't read that last line. I'm sure it wasn't important. So this is a pretty significant area later on. No spoilers, though. I got a recipe, intellect potion. Do I need to read those? I don't know. I don't know if I need to. I don't think so. I think you just find it and that's it. Alright, I do want to finish clearing out this area, so we'll head up probably here, then cut across here and do that. Then deal with... So what just happened to him? Did I click on his berserk by accident? Whoopsies. Yeah, I do want to stop by the merchant and see if there's anything good worth buying. Where's he at? Over here. Okay. Grouse the merchant. The monk is silent. He points to the cart of goods next to him, then jingles his gold pouch. He smiles in a creepy way. You're a merchant? Can I see what you have for sale? Alright, let's sell all stuff. Well, there it is. How do I... Oh, it's so glowy. I would not so glowy. Okay, what does he have? An iron heater, which is better than what we have, but he can't use it. Can't use either one of these. These are all outside of my my level. That sucks. Oh, a recipe for bread. And cheesy bread. We'll take both of those. Alright, let's continue exploring. Sorry, I just brushed my mic with my hand. That way we'll set up for next episode to speak to Surma and progress the story. I'm a big fan of the ambient sounds in this game. I think they're all pretty well done. An elf monk, you're different.
Have you accepted the goddess as your savior?
Blessings be upon you, Lightbringer. And to you as well. What brings an elf to worship at Radiance? As all races, we elves can have disparate belief systems relative to our kin. Fair enough, but why are you praying here? The history of this world is written in its very stone and soil. The Domus itself is a live Lightbringer. We worship the Embers as an integral part of the world as a whole. We must care for the entirety of this planet, or we will destroy it. Wise words. I'll leave you to your prayers. Blessings be... yeah. A fairy bell? It looks like it might be a recipe. Rune of Silencing Strike. Sturdy Iron Hammer for a recipe. Okay. Oliver.
Forgive me, but I am trying to memorize my mantra.
Welcome to the Temple of Radiance, last sanctuary for the Embers. Oh wait, we've already talked about this. About somebody else. Or to somebody else. They said I could get my recipes from my journal, right? Up here. Okay. Coolio. Maybe this is the important one. I don't remember. One of those shrines is important later on. Maybe both of them are. Just keep my eyes open for chests. Which I think if there's another one, it's going to be at the end of this this path here. What's another exit? Where does this go? It's not going to tell me, is it? Probably won't even let me leave if I try. No, no chest. Interesting. Oh, I'm going to see if I can poke my head in this place real quick. If it even lets me. If not, I mean, it's not a big deal. But oh, it does. Interesting. Beneath Radiance. Alright, let's get back up. Come on. Alright, I'm going to call the episode here, and in the next one we will go and talk to Surma. I'll just meet you guys at the front of the temple. And, oh, we didn't talk to these guys. Alright, we'll extend the episode a little longer. I feel like I didn't fight a whole lot this episode. So this is compensation. It lets me move. Getting stuck on the wall. No, I think he's inside the temple. So yeah, I don't want to go in there yet until I talk to Surma. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna call it here. Because this whole area here is the temple. This has a bunch of entrances. This whole cross section. Alright, we'll call it here. In the next episode, we'll go talk to Surma and the people inside the temple. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next episode.